The reign of Razor Scott Robertson starts on the 6th of July when the All Blacks tackle England for their first of 2 test series in New Zealand. I'm going to predict, or this is my predicted All Blacks starting 15 to play England next weekend. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Yes, I'm South African, but I do love the All Blacks rugby, All Blacks style of play. I've followed the Super Rugby since I was that big. Love it, man. So why not talk about it? And I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Hit that subscribe as well while you're there. And let's get into it. So first of all, it's tough really to know which direction Razor's going with the squad. Obviously, going to have to pick a very big and physical squad to kind of I wouldn't say All Blacks are trying to match England's physicality, but England do pose a bit of a physical threat with their forwards, bigger forwards that they're starting to select here. Chandler Cunningham South, the Ben Earls, strong, and then in the back lines, obviously Ollie Lawrence as well, big, stronger boys. That Feo Waboso is a threat out wide as well. So definitely something to look out for. Obviously, you're not looking too much at what the opposition is doing and more focused on what you're doing and want to do. But still, you don't really know which way Razor is going with picking his first 15 or 23-man squad. All I know is he'll be going into this one with a lot of pressure, nerves. Everyone wants him to do well. Obviously, you want him to do well. Yeah, he's the All Blacks coach. But it's almost like he's expected to do well because of how well he did with the Crusaders. Like on 8 titles in a row? I don't know. But it's like this is the next step, and everyone's like, okay, he just have to carry on from there. So there's a lot of pressure on this one, and the only way you can kind of shut that down is convincing wins. 2 convincing wins over England. Then all of New Zealand will be like, okay, we get why he only picked certain players and didn't pick others. That's the only way you even sometimes to shut up your own critics or your own fans is to show them that this is why I picked them. It's working. We're winning. Get behind me, sort of thing. All right. So here's my All Blacks 15 to play game 1. So we got Ethan de Groot, Cody Taylor, Tyrell Lomax up front. Then we got Tupuvai and Scott Barrett. Scott Barrett, obviously, captain as well. I've got Samipeni Finau, Dalton Papali'i, Ari Savia at 8. Then I got TJ Perenara, Damien McKenzie, the 9 and 10. Centres, I've gone with Geordie Barrett and Billy Proctor. The back 3, I've gone with Mark Talia, Sevu Reece, and Stephen Perofeta. My impact, I've gone with the 6-2 split. Almoa, Tonga Fassi, Tossi, Tuipulotu, Blackadder, Wallace Atiti, Cortez Ratima, and Bowden Barrett. Again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. This is what I think. It's going to be very similar to this. Let me know in the comments what you think. Who would you have in, out? Who would you start? You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to get into why I've picked these certain players. So, with the front row, De Groot and Lomax have been outstanding all super season, really knuckling down on the dark arts of scrummaging. Like, yes, they've got the off-the-ball stuff, as in the rucks, the tackles, the carries, but really focusing on their scrums. Highlanders and Hurricanes scrum has been fantastic this season, and mainly because of these guys. Hooker, I've gone with Cody Taylor, mainly because of what we know he can do at international level, the calm head that he brings as well. I think Almoa will be fantastic off the bench. He's also he hasn't played international level in a long time. He is coming back off the back of an injury as well, MCL injury, but that hasn't stopped him. He's been in unreal form since coming back from that. But I just think that punch that he brings off the bench will be scary, man, scary. So I think Cody Taylor gets the hooking position there. For my locks, so Barrett obviously captain, but not just because he's captain. Line outs, carries, rucks, just that off the ball, and then he's obviously his relationships he can make with the refs as well. He's really, really good. And you could see how the Crusaders lineouts really struggled without him there. So he'll bring, obviously, the experience there. Then Tupovai, please watch a game. Watch this week or this game, or go watch any of the Chiefs games and just watch Tupovai and watch how much rucks he hits, how many tackles he makes, how many carries he goes through. But more importantly, I think it is definitely his rucks and tackles, man. All that donkey work, that like shit work that no one really talks about, it's not really flashy. Tupovai is getting in and getting that done. Obviously good in the lineouts as well, and I think they go with that. Back row, and that's the loose trio. There's a big question mark here. I did see somewhere that Jason Ryan, the forwards coach, I think it is Jason Ryan, said that Ardie Savea is an 8 for them. So that's why I've gone with Ardie Savea at 8. So I've gone Samu Penifina, Dalton Papali'i, and then Ardie Savea at 8. So for now, hard hitting, work rate through the roof. And I think more it's just the hard hitting, strong, dominant tackles. And that's something that the All Blacks will be looking for. And Scott Razor will be looking at that like, we need this sort of physicality in our team. Yes, it can borderline. Sometimes it can get you in trouble. Like you don't want yellow cards or red cards. But that physical impact that Finau brings defensively, he's helping his cause or his case. Dalton Papali'i, I think, has been unreal for the Blues all season. He's strong over the ball, good at ruck time. He's got a bit of skill with him with regards to carrying the ball. So nice footwork at the line and just a workhorse. And I think someone like Ardie Savea brings that as well. Like, it goes without saying. Ardie Savea to the All Blacks is like Peter Steph du Toit to the Springboks for me. Just like he's the first person you put down in your team. Regardless of position, he's going down. Ardie Savea, Peter Steph du Toit, like they're going down. Their names are going down. I wonder how hard and or difficult it was for Razor to make the captaincy decision, because Ardie Savea would have really been up there with getting that captain's armband. I do think that decisions are not just Scott Barrett. I think Ardie Savea is in that leadership group and be like, no, mate, let's try this or let's try that. And you know what you're getting from Ardie, man. It's 110% for the full 80 minutes, 85 minutes if it has to be. So he gets the 8 there, and then that like punch that Wallace Atiti can bring on potentially. We'll get to that. 9-10 combo. So this is where also there can be different changes, especially at 9. There's not many options at 10, but I've gone with TJ and D-Mac again. The calm, the experience they have at the highest level. Yes, TJ's been away from it for a while. He's come back in, but I think that cool, just calm, collected, that's what they need for this, especially the opener. But at the same time, energy. TJ brings the energy. Damien McKenzie brings that energy out of nowhere, can just spark something. Obviously, McKenzie's kicking off the tee has been fantastic. And I just think that calm, that cool-headed, that's what they need first up. For 12-13, so 12 is a lock-in. I don't think there's anyone, they haven't really named anyone else that can cover 12, I feel like. Anton Leonard-Brown, 13. Rico Ioane, 13. Billy Proctor, 13. So I've gone Jordie Barrett, 12. He's also vice-captain. And then Billy Proctor, I've gone with 13, okay? If fit. He was, I think, in the semi-final, he was clinching at his ribs. So if he's fit, I'm going Billy Proctor, okay? Otherwise, Anton Leonard-Brown. But Billy Proctor, he's been, and them two together would help their case. So Jordie Barrett gives you that front foot ball over that vantage line every time he carries. It gives you another kicking option. Like the penalties from 50 meters out, he could kick it, kicks to touch. He can take those kicks. Then Billy Proctor, I think he just brings that strong on both sides of the ball. So this is kind of a gamble that they'll go with here, that I feel like they'll go with. Strong on both sides of the ball, straightens the line really well. And he's got, so like I said, defensively good, but then he's got that ability to beat a player one-on-one, strong, straightening the line, strong handoff, and he's got that flair for a little offload. And I just think that the form Rico Ioane has been in hasn't really excited me there. Although he goes to a whole new level when he puts that All Blacks jersey on. I know that. But I just feel like let's give Billy Proctor a go. Yeah, but I think that's the biggest one where I'm like, that's a bit of a gamble. Let me know what you guys think, please, in the comments. So my back three, again, this could also be changed a little bit different, but I've gone for Mark Talia, Sevu Reece, and Stephen Perofeta. I think Talia and Reece really picked themselves. They're exceptional all year, elusive, fast, powerful, try-scoring ability through the roof. Love to come off their wing as well and look for work around the rucks. Or just pick the ball up from 9 and bust like 3 or 4 tackles. And I think Razor really loves that. Defensively, also good. Sevu Reece, his scramble defense, unreal, man. Unmatched, man. He'll just turn around from the other side of the field and go make a tackle that side. Really, really good in that regard. So with Perofeta, I've gone with him, like brings stability. You could also go with Beauden Barrett, but I would like Beauden Barrett on the bench because he can cover so many spots. So I'd go with... But I mean, you could have the exact same argument for Stephen Perofeta. So they could go with Perofeta on the bench and Beauden Barrett to start at fullback. But Barrett also hasn't played for a while now. Yes, he played for his local club, but the intensity is not the same. He hasn't played for a while. Perofeta is still, his body's just been ticking over from super season. So I think they might go with him there. And he covers a couple of spots. And just brings that bit of calmness at fullback. Again, you could literally have Beauden Barrett in there and be saying the exact same things. So that's probably the question mark there. And then on the bench, I've gone with a 6-2. I think physically, they'll want to match with England or better them in that regard. Being able to bring a whole new front row on and then a new lock or 2 new locks and a whole back row almost. I think someone like Sammy Finau can cover lock, so Tui Pelotu will come on, and then Finau can cover lock. He's obviously in the back row. And then Blackadder and definitely Satiti. So Satiti is either starting or he's coming off the bench for that punch. Imagine you're tired, you've had 60 minutes of the All Blacks running at you, and then Wallace Satiti, this new explosive, dynamic 120, 10 kilo ball runner is running at you now, fresh as daisies. Give me the ball. Let me truck it up. So I love that punch. And then Ratima and Barrett. Again, Barrett could be starting and Perofeta could be on the bench. Who knows? I just love, and I like a 6-2 split. But who knows, man? I could be totally wrong. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hit that subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.